What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Patriot Specialized. This episode, a lot to talk about. We're going to cover my unload with that big box that got me in trouble in Michigan. We got a pickup of a D6 Dozer that I didn't get any footage of at delivery, and picking up a wheel loader in Pennsylvania going over to New Jersey. Stick around. A lot to cover.
You got a 4 coming up from the left.
Friend, I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. We're getting earlier than I thought we would be.
Yeah, it looks like it might not matter. I appreciate you bringing me in, man.
Hey, no problem.
Well, made it to got our delivery made. They saw me pulling in there. I didn't shoot any while I was getting delivered, but made it over to pickup. Just barely in time. Super cool people over here. I'm in Langsburg, Michigan. This is going over to Erie. It's a D6 bulldozer. We're a little worried because I booked another one. It's 12.3 wide. And if the blade was straight, it'd be 12.3 wide, and I got lucky on this one. Boy, they make both models. They make a fixed blade and a rotating blade. This one's a rotator. Whew! Saved my butt on that one. So they're getting ready to load it right now. There's our baby over there. The one they got the blade up in the air. They're working on it. So I am going to jump out here, set the camera up, we'll get this thing loaded.
difference doing that?
No, because when we gained over here was off over there.
You want me to put it back where we originally had it then, or are you okay?
No, we'll leave it like this. It's harder to measure like this, so I'll make it as hard as I can.
There you go. There you go.
All right, that little clip right there, you saw us loading that D6 dozer. That was at a pipeline facility. I think it was a pipeline facility. Super cool people there. Everybody there was, they were just good people and good to work with and willing to do. They ended up, the blade edges, they have about a foot section on each side that you can remove on the blade edges. So they took those blade edges off for me to cut me down a little bit. You saw us once we got it loaded. You saw us monkeying with the blade, turning it both ways and rotating it, and moving the dozer. What I was doing there was, as we know from the last episode of me getting busted for being under or over 12 foot without an escort in Michigan, I was doing everything I could to make that blade smaller than 12 foot. And we accomplished it didn't exactly accomplish the mission, but we got it to 12 foot, not under 12 foot. So that's what I was doing there. I was walking back and forth, and sometimes you saw me rotate the blade the other way and turn it the other way, and some people might think that was kind of crazy, but why I had him do that and checked it was because sometimes those hydraulic cylinders on those blades will turn further one way than the other. So that's what I was hoping was going to happen there, and try to get it under a little bit. I kind of wanted to see less than 12. I didn't want to be right at 12. Department of Transportation, when they measure something, I don't know, you know, they never are going to measure low. They're always going to measure high. So if we're sitting at 12 foot and 1/4 of an inch, they're going to call that more than 12 foot, or they could call it more than 12 foot. I don't know that they would be that picky. Man, I really hope that they wouldn't, but they could, and I didn't want to take that. After being busted the day before, I certainly didn't want to get in trouble the next day for the same exact thing. So I was being overly cautious there, turning that blade both ways, doing what I could to try to make sure that thing was under 12 foot and that I didn't need an escort. And as it turns out, I did. I got it right at 12 foot, ran it down. The permit route for that was crazy, and I will try to get that route set up on maps and show you the screenshot of the permit route that they put me on. I'll shoot. First, I'll put up what it should have been, what the easiest route, you know, what the main route would have been, and then I'll show you the way they permitted me on that. It was just insane. It was crazy the way they had me routed. But a lot of construction going on, a lot of different reasons. It is what it is. That's what they gave me, so that's what I had to do. So I made it that night. I made it to down into Ohio and got parked before it got dark. Didn't have the didn't have what I needed for Michigan yet, or Pennsylvania yet. So I ended up leaving a little bit later just to give some extra time this morning, and ran over to Erie. Didn't get any footage of delivery in Erie. It turns out that when I got there, I grabbed my camera, hit the button, and nothing. My battery was completely dead, and I didn't notice it. So I wasn't able to film anyone I was delivering, but it's cat dealership. They may not have let me film anyways, so no big deal. But we did get that thing delivered. That delivery went super fast. I pulled in there. I actually had to sit there for a few minutes and let my 30-minute break or 30-minute off-duty or on-duty period expire, because we did it so quick that it was less than 30 minutes. So all right, here at our pickup in DuBois, Pennsylvania, about to get loaded, picking up a wheel loader. Pretty nice unit. Looks like a equipment transfer between two different companies. Well, the same company, Highway Equipment Company. And we're gonna get loaded. Just taking our unit over, put some fuel in it, fill it up. That's a baby right there. Looks like a pretty nice unit. So he's gonna go fill it up. I'm gonna go get some chains out of the way and get this thing loaded and get out of here. Make sure this pin's in place. That's impressive. mean, I guess it's sticking off. Not much. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's sad. Spend a bunch of money on permits for that.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
you gotta have them, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't, you know, I didn't get them.
Alrighty, bud.
All right, you guys got any paperwork goes with it, or?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So just whenever I'm done, roll.
Yep, you can roll. Alright.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
You guys have a good day. Right, all loaded up. We're here at the Highway Equipment Company in DuBois, Pennsylvania. This is a intercompany transfer to one of their New Jersey locations. So you saw us putting it on, but here's our baby right there. Look pretty good. This thing weighs 36,100 pounds. So here's what we did for securement. Kind of easy, really, in a way. They have these tie downs on both sides. I just, instead of X chaining and having to use 2 chains, I just use 1 chain. Brought the chain down, hooked to the edge of the trailer. Got this, so that those 2 right there, we get full credit for that chain, or well, full credit for those 2 binders. And then in the middle, they also put these nice little tie downs right there. So I put a chain here, did the same thing, threw 1 chain, threw the access across, and did the same thing on the other side, hooked it on the other side just like this with another binder. So we get full credit for this chain. And then same thing on the back, except I X-chained this off the lifting lugs. We ended up getting full credit for those 2 chains. Pretty simple. So 36,100 pounds requires us to have, what would that be, 18,050 pounds. We have the equivalent of 3 chains at 6,500 pounds each. So we are at 19,500. So we're about 1,000 pounds over what we're required in securement. Pretty simple securement job, really. Like, it was one of the easiest ones I've done. The bucket does not need securement because it's bolted in. These bolts right here, those bolt all the way through, and it's bolted in. It's not a quick disconnect. So it looks like a quick disconnect and probably could be one, but this particular bucket is bolted on there, so we don't have to worry about putting any securement on that. It's fine as it's bolted on. Also, you saw me in the video while we were loading, I put the articulation bar in. So technically I don't need these chains, but weight wise I did need them, so went ahead and put this in. That kid, he had this thing dead on, so I didn't even have to get him to wiggle it. I'm not 100% sure. This thing is not very oversized. Boy, we're talking 2 inches maybe back there at the back on the bucket. So we got permits for it for 9 feet. We don't need permits for 9 feet, but that's what we got. And we got a pretty good route, so it doesn't really matter. Probably the way I would have went anyways. So that's it for this one. Oh, the exhaust. I don't need to put a turbo saver on this thing because these guys got smart and started putting baffles into their exhaust. So it doesn't allow the air to, the baffle tilts up a little bit as it comes out, so it forces the air, so it breaks it up. So not required to have turbo savers on this one. Probably a good thing because the guy that offloaded my tractor, I forgot to grab it off my tractor in Baltimore last week, and the guy that offloaded, I don't know what he did with it. I drove up clear around that place looking for that tractor, and I have no idea where he put it. Either that or it's there and I saw it, and he ended up taking my turbo saver, but I don't see why he would do that. But one of those 2 things, man, I couldn't find it anywhere. I drove all the way around the port looking for it, and it just wasn't there. So looks like it's about time to get out of here. We're gonna get on the road. I'm put some miles down, deliver this thing tomorrow morning. Talk to you all in a minute. All right, so there you go. Saw the loading of the wheel loader. This wheel loader, boy, I don't know, man. Permitting this thing is almost almost painful. Like, it's so not like, man, I wish that thing would have been a quick disconnect bucket. Had that been a quick disconnect bucket, what I would have done there is had him come in from the side, put that bucket on the back deck, thrown a couple straps over it, and then put the wheel loader on, and I'd have been completely legal here. That would have been, or a legal load, that would have been the best situation. Unfortunately, it was not quick to disconnect. It bolted. In one way that's good, and one way that's bad. Obviously, the bad reason is because now I got to run oversized, signs, flags, held to curfews, blah, blah, blah. The good part about it was that I don't have to secure that bucket. So I didn't have to put any securement on it because it's bolted to the unit. It can't come off there. So the DOT does not require any sort of securement on that bucket as long as it is bolted to the machine. Now, if that was a quick disconnect setup, then I would need to put some type of securement because the hydraulic pins could open up, that thing could come loose, and they obviously would frown upon that. So that's where we're at. Got stopped tonight, and the other side of Pennsylvania, got really good routing on this one. I got lucky. My routing straight across 80, down 476 and 276, which is toll road, and they gave it to me, so I was happy about that. Probably the best route I could be to get down there. Then it goes into New Jersey off 276 and runs right up 130 right to delivery. So hopefully we'll get this thing delivered pretty early tomorrow. I got about 2.5, 3 hours to go. So hopefully we'll get it delivered pretty early in the morning. I did manage to book a load after this, picking up an excavator. The main body of an excavator tracks the main body of an excavator out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, going up to Wisconsin. We're going to put that thing on tomorrow. We're going to head to the house. So that will be good. We'll get a little bit of a longer weekend out of it. That thing doesn't deliver till Tuesday up there. So we'll get a little bit of a longer weekend and try to enjoy it. So thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time watching the channel, I appreciate you tuning in. Please, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel. I enjoy watching those numbers grow. I'm still pretty small, and I'm trying to get this thing moving and get the subscription. So if you like what you see and you think somebody else would enjoy it, please recommend it to your friends. Put it on your social media accounts. Whatever you got to do, get that thing out there. I appreciate it. All the help I can get, I'll take right now. I enjoy making these videos, and I hope I'm bringing you content you enjoy. It's somewhat educational and also entertaining. So. Until next time, stay safe.